there will be blood.
What up, guys? It's Mythic here with another Merc video for you. Today I'm going to talk about a comp that I've been running. It's done pretty well. Went 18-2 the other night. Beat every meta comp there is. And yeah, let's check it out. It is King Mukla, Valeera, and Trigor with a nature backline. The only thing you might not be used to is Trigor, which we would use Razor Claw as the equipment. It just gives extra attack on your backlash, which you will use quite often. It also helps set up your valeera combo, which I'm sure everybody knows by now about the valeera combo. But what happens is whenever you use backlash and you use valeera's Sinister Strike, not only will you hit with valeera, but you'll also hit that target with Trigor. This match is against Grom, valeera, and Natalie. And positioning is also a big factor in here. You usually want to put your King Mukla to the right of Trigor, your valeera to the left. Mainly if they have a Lich King, he has to hit Big Brother first. And so it won't slow your Trigor and it won't slow your valeera. And against comps like this, they're going to have to use their Grom and the valeera to kill your Big Brother. And so you'll actually get an attack on valeera. And not only will you do your valeera's damage, but you'll also do Trigor's damage. And at that time, Trigor will be at 19, so he will do 38 by himself to valeera. And as you see, your opponent's valeera is already at 4 health. So if he attacks anything, it's pretty much going to die. And one thing you really have to remember about this comp, it's not only positioning, but your ordering means everything. Your order can win or lose you a game. Like for instance right here, you have to order with your King Mukla going first to buff your Trigor, because your Trigor is a beast. So you can give him 15 damage and immunity while attacking this turn. And while he did take out your Trigor, you took out his valeera and his Grom. And in his opening line, those are the two biggest threats. The next comp is pretty much the same, except for Natalie, they have a Varden. Now, against this comp, there's a chance that they can actually target your valeera instead of Big Brother with a Grom, which is fine. It's not a bad idea to take out their Grom instead of their valeera. It'll stop him from slowing any of your mercs. Now, even though he's taken out your valeera, your Trigor is sitting at 44 attack, which does 88 damage to any green. On top of that, whenever you attack with Trigor, if he's taking damage, he also does damage to its neighbor. And just like that, you were able to take his Diablo and his valeera out, which is two big threats. And at this point in the game, it's over with. You still have two blues in the back line. It's over. The next comp I call VIC Comp. It is Valeera, Illidan, and Cornelius. And once again, he has two greens. You have two reds. And his Valeera is going to have to attack into Big Brother. So once again, we're in a position where the opponent's Valeera is at 4 health again. So, I mean, it attacks anything, it's dead. And as you see, we have a full health Trigor at 30 attack, and he just quits. The next one's going to be Holy Comp, which is Cornelius and Anduin and Valen. And when you come across this comp, don't be afraid to try to attack the Anduin with your other mercs, because even if he does taunt, you're still putting out damage. If by chance he doesn't taunt, you can put more damage into Anduin. But as you can see, you can get Anduin down pretty low, and with your next attack you should be able to kill him. Just remember, order matters. You want to primal your Trigor first. That way, when your Valeera does attack, it has that extra attack to it. As you see, your Trigor's at 44 attack right at the moment. And here he brings out Cookie, so I'm up against two blues, so I figure that my Trigor will probably die this round. So I'm going to try to put as much damage into their Cornelius as possible. And as you see, I'm able to get the kill with him. And you'll notice I go through my mercs several times, checking the order, because I cannot express that enough. Order with this comp is the difference between a win and a loss. Even though he prog dropped us to slow us, we have valeera and we have mouth that both boost our speed. So we're still going to be faster than he is whenever he tries to aura and stomp. And because we have the speed advantage, he can't take full advantage of Diablo and concedes. Next comp is Frost King. It's Jaina, Varden, and Lich King. And this is where positioning comes into play, and you want your big brother to the far right, because if he slows your Mukla, you're still fine, because his first ability is a 7 speed anyways. I mean, even with valeera's speed up, he's still slow. And you should be, no matter what, be able to pop Jaina's block turn 1. Even if he has cookie, you still have enough damage to pop block turn 1. Turn 2, I know I'm going to kill Jaina, so my next option is to kill Lich King. So I'm going to put as much damage as I can into Lich King with my Trigor. And as you see, he missed his Cold Snap, which is great for us. Another advantage about this comp is whenever Mukla uses his banana, they sometimes hit valeera, and so it pumps up his damage on everything that he does. And as you can see here, with the Lich King low, we can take him out with our valeera and still do damage into another merc. Now, one thing people don't know about Trigor, if you use Backlash and Trigor dies, he can still get his attack off. As you see in this video, you'll see me kill the Diablo when Trigor is actually dead. And even though the Diablo got his attack off, the Diablo's dead, and I can bring in my nature backline. The next comp is just a variation of the previous one. It's still Frost, but instead of Lich King, they started Cairne. And same ordeal. You'll pop Jaina's block, turn 1. As you see, he has Cookie, because he has more HP on his starting mercs. And at this point, you know you're going to kill Jaina, so you got to figure that he'll probably bring in Diablo next. And you got to start thinking, what are you going to kill next? And as you see at this point, I start pumping damage into Cairne. And here he brings out Cookie, which is perfectly fine, because we're going to get Reincarnate from Cairne on this turn. Now, even though he has 2 blues on the board, I still bring out Malfurion. For the simple fact, I can probably kill one of the blues on this turn with my valeera. Valeera may die, but I know I can take out a blue, and all he would have is Varden and 2 greens. And a lot of people would ask, why did you taunt there? I taunted for the nature spell and for the heal. That way, when he cold snaps, like he just did, it wouldn't affect me. And at this point, the game's pretty much over with. All you have to deal with is the Tavish. I mean, because Varden don't put out any damage whatsoever. And you see the Diablo's about to flop. So you'll be perfectly fine. Next is Shadow Sound. Some people would say that Shadow should beat this because I'm starting 2 reds. But it don't go that way. Just like with Frost, you take out Vulcan, turn 1. And here, even though we're out of stealth, Cookie will proc our combo, and we're able to get back in stealth with our speed. And he might have slowed our Malfurion, but nothing else is slowed. So we still get 2 attacks off before he can stomp, and we've killed his Natalie. And once again, because we have Val and we have Malfurion, the slow means nothing to us. We're still faster. And we're able to get the cookie kill on his Cairne. Now the next comp we go up against is VIC Comp, which many remember from Season 1. I've actually seen it get some play recently. And just remember, if you promo power your Trigor, when he attacks, he takes no damage. So I'm able to take out a Merc there, and my Trigor is still sitting at 56 health at the moment. And even though he hit it with his Mugla, we're still sitting in a really good position. And we bring Cookie in here just for the snipe and the extra HP to our other reds. And his positioning with his Trigor is like really bad, because if he backlashes, he's only backlashing his Tyrion. So he's only protecting one of them. next comp we'll go over is something that's recently seen play on the ladder, and it's the farming comp, the fire comp, which is Ragnaros, uh, Tony, and Baron. And once again, even though we're starting off 2 red and a green, it's still good against 2 blues, because you can literally kill any blue turn 1. Now he's taken out a Trigor, but he's lost 2 minions in the process, and he has a green and a red in the back, so we bring in Malfurion because he only has 1 blue. And even though it can combo, we're still in an advantage. Well, I hope you enjoyed the video and liked the comp. Don't forget, like, subscribe, comment, and I'll see you on the next one, guys.